It will be the afternoon of Monday and Tuesday.
Do I need register for that? I already
You don't
registered
have to
the Hoover.
register,
Okay.
but it'll tell you the schedule on the
Okay, the
Hoover app,
schedule.
and you can register for it, but you can just show up as well.
So that's called what they call
A breakout session. It's
breakout
They're
section.
breakout sessions in the afternoon on Mondays and Tuesdays. That's
Okay.
there's going to be AI. They're going to be. I think the guy from IDC Global who developed OneSuite is going to be there as well. Debbie DeGroat I think will be there. A bunch of different ones, but of course you need to come to one. Okay. All right. Did we get the papers?
Yeah.
Do I dare say it? Okay, we still need one. Do we know which one? Because you know everything's black and gold here. They all look the same. Which one she need? Oh, that one. That one.
This one right here. I just made more copies.
No, she needs.
I need
This group needs this one. Can you show that again? Can you show that again, Derek? Oh, you got it. Okay.
Which one do we need?
All right.
We need four.
Which one's the one
Which
you're
one
saying?
we
They're missing that one too.
we missing? No, we have this, but we have this and this, but we have
Can we do more copies of that? Yeah. All right, that's coming.
yeah. That's the one. Yeah.
Okay, how do we get to OneSuite? Okay, so zone, everyone's logged in their zone in the last 6 months, right? How many times do we have to reset our password for that? All right. And then when you're in zone, you're going to click on one login.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Who's
see
been
you.
into their one login? All right. I say it jokingly, but seriously too. All right. So from here, of course, we know we have our frequents. These are the ones that you're in most often, or the ones most recently. So you may see OneSuite there, but if you don't, you're going to click Your Apps Everything. Okay, and yours may look a little bit different. This is a demo account in a different market, so it may look different, but you're going to scroll through, and you're going to find, because again, everything's one in black and gold, you're going to have to search for it, but it looks like that over there. Okay? And then you're going to click that tile. And that tile is going to open up something that looks like your single sign-on, and then it pushes you into your main OneSuite dashboard. Those who have their laptops, we're getting there?
Saying that the service is temporarily out of service.
Is anybody else doing that?
Yours has been spinning.
Yours is saying that?
Mine is working.
It's working? There are some that are working. Could be the internet. We're all bogging down the Wi-Fi. You're not brand new, are you?
Me?
Okay.
Probably the user.
It could be the internet. Could be the internet.
Which one are you?
Yes.
There you go.
OneSuite.
Okay, so then there.
Yep, and then it should look something like this. Okay? If yours isn't popping up, maybe just keep refreshing to see that the servers might be bogging down. Okay?
Which one? Oh, you don't have a touch screen. All right.
Oh no.
Mine does that.
That's perfect.
Oh.
You're there.
Okay.
You guys are there.
Just looks
Yeah.
different.
It looks a little. This looks darker, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, it depends.
But it'll look like that. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. We're good
Mhm.
so far. All right. So this is your main OneSuite dashboard. Quick overview. This logo in the upper left will always take you back to the home screen. This top search bar here, you can always search your database by several different factors that you can read right there. So just like any other CRM or database, type in a name, it'll pop up. I think I have myself in here a couple times. So you just start typing, and you can start finding different contacts, names, and all that good stuff. Okay. Upper right corner is your profile within OneSuite. Let's talk about this for a second, because I'm going to briefly touch on the website editor, because there's only so much you can put in 1 hour, but rest assured, I'll be back every month. We'll just keep this going.
Yeah.
And if you click profile,
Before I forget, make sure you tell them when you do the live Zoom class every week.
yes. Every Monday at 1 o'clock AZ, so 12 o'clock your guys' time until we switch again. 12 o'clock your time, every Monday I do a OneSuite training. It's an hour class via Zoom. I think we built that up. There's tons of agents that join that now, but if you guys have questions, every week I do a different topic, whether it's the property searches, website editor, drip campaigns, which is what we're going to talk about today, different piece of OneSuite because it's such a large platform. And those are all recorded and available in ROC University, but please attend if you have questions. I always open it up.
The website for them to go there.
OneRockstars.com, or if you go into your One login, you're going to see that ROC University is actually a tile, and it takes you right there where you need to go. This is a demo account, so it's not going to show it there, but it'll say ROC University on it. Okay, it'll be that beautiful green and all that. Or if you just want to go there directly, onerockstars.com. ONE rockstars.com. Yes, I bought the version with a K as well, in case you want to spell rock that way.
And if you want to attend the class live, your Facebook page for your office will have the link that morning. So if you can't find it, you don't have to get on One Rockstar, you forgot what Justin said, go to the Facebook page. And it'll be a little blue line there. If you hit it, you're in the class.
And if
Try
you forget
to make it easy.
Yeah. Or you can call and tag, email, I'll try to get it to you, or even message me on Instagram.
Yes.
And I'll get, if you didn't make it on, I'll get you the recording.
He's
for
very
that.
receptive. He gets right back to you.
Whatever platform you choose. If I'm on it, you can contact me. But training schedule, if you click that or you just scroll down, the top two are Real 200 specific, so I do an orientation every single week on Thursdays showing sky slope, and then we talk about the one login and all that. But the one suite's right there. Okay? Breaks down the schedule. I do it by quarter. This is all through Q1. Click register today. You can register for whichever one you want.
Those two top classes, Justin, just go down a little bit. Monday and Thursdays. All of you, it's mandatory you take those two. I would take them 5 times because there's that much information in there. Okay? Really, really important that you attend those two.
They're like, we don't want to see him 5 times. But go there, and then in addition to all the other trainings. And since we're here, just, who's in our private Facebook group, Rock University? Okay, we all need to add into that. But I just announced yesterday, all the February social media assets and newsletter is uploaded. So you can take advantage of that today and get ready. All right. Okay, remember upper right corner is your name, your profile. This is where you can go and edit some of your information for the OneSuite platform, like your email signature, languages, all that kind of stuff. So you can come through here and edit this information, okay? Notice that some stuff is grayed out. Things that are grayed out, you have to update in your Zone account. Are we lost? I see it on the face.
Did you click profile?
Yes, so in the upper right corner, in your OneSuite dashboard, your little photo, if you have one there, and then profile, and then this is where you can go to update a lot of that information, okay? Notice I can't update my photo here, because you have to do that in Zone. This is a new update in the last several months. They want everything to be updated in Zone as the main hub, and then from there it gets dispersed out everywhere, okay? So that's true for the bio as well. However, you can override your bio. So it's going to pull what's in Zone, but if you want this to be different for some reason, you can add something there and it will override that and show on the website, okay? If I keep scrolling down, you can just go through this in your own time, but you know, if you speak more than one language, I highly recommend you add those in there. You can customize your email signature by just clicking into this, and you have several options up here. If you have an HTML email signature, meaning that it's clickable and all that fancy stuff, all you have to do is hit source. If I can do this and look at the same time, source, and then you just can go in and paste in whatever that code is. A little bit more advanced, but if you have one, you can do it. I'm gonna click cancel there. Let's see, what else we got going? Any designations you have, right? Check those, so those show up on your website as well. And then at the bottom, notice that your social media profiles are grayed out as well. You have to do that in Zone. Okay? You have to do that in Zone. Now, do you want me to show you where in Zone you can update that information?
Probably real quick.
Okay. So, I'm going to cancel this. We're going back to Zone. I'm just going to a different tab. Okay, we all know what Zone is. I'm going to click my name right here. And then I'm going to click my account. And the biggest thing that you guys have to look at on here is public info. Okay, that tab in the middle. See that? And then this is where you can update your photo, your bio, all your websites, languages, all that good stuff. And then make sure that after you do that, you hit the save button, or else nothing's going to happen, right? You gotta hit that save
Can I
button.
say something real quick? This is so super important, you guys put your photo and your bio in there, because last year alone, I got 6 referrals from out-of-state Realty One agents, just because they go through, or they scroll through the list of agents and they only look at the ones that have the bio and the picture. They're trying to connect with you. So just do that little bit, and then just copy and paste it on Zillow and Realtor.com,
Yeah.
but write your bio there. It's super important to get that done.
For sure. And a couple, just to piggyback on that, is your information is gonna be shown on the realty1group.com agent search. So when other ROG agents are looking for referrals or someone to send to you, right, it's just like we go to Amazon. If there's no photos or information or anything, we're not ordering that product. We're also not gonna work with somebody that has a blank photo in there. So make sure you do fill that out, it's super important. In addition to leverage Realty One Group's SEO power, right? The website's been around for a long time, they push a lot of SEO dollars to that, so if your information is on there publicly, you're gonna leverage that. It's gonna help your online presence. Okay, I'm jumping back to OneSuite. We're good so far? Okay, better than last time? We're not completely overloaded yet? Or we're already overloaded? Okay, so this navigation bar is everything that you can do within this platform. Okay, so whenever I say like the back end of OneSuite, this is what I mean. This is your main dashboard. This is where you can go to edit your website, access your CRM, all that good stuff. Down here, this banner is just gonna be new updates, right? The home valuations tool, right? That's just new updates there. But if you scroll down, you have what we call shortcut tiles. So essentially these tiles are everything that's available within this navigation bar. Does that make sense? Okay, just, you can click it to get there much quicker, it's like one less click. So, real quick, I know we're gonna jump into drip campaigns and email, but contacts and leads, that is your CRM. Right there, boom, okay? Obviously it's a demo account, so you can add yours in here. You can add one contact in at a time, or you can import a whole list in here. Okay, so if you're paying for a CRM, or you just need to extract those in a CSV file and then upload them to here. Where do you do that? Well, you're gonna go to contacts and leads at the top, contact, import, export. That's where you can go to import and export them. Okay? Let's talk about the import and export. We've all done that for the most part for certain things. Imported stuff, exported stuff, right? Maybe. There's videos on it. What I love about this is there's been other brokerages in teams, right? I've been a sales manager for certain teams and everything, and they did not allow exporting, right? Red flag. Realty One Group allows you to export, okay? Don't be afraid to put your contact information into Realty One Group's platform. They are not gonna call your people. We are not in the business to call your people. That's why they hire us as agents, right? They're giving us the tools to be successful. But I know that always comes up, like with teams and certain brokerages, we're very protective of our stuff. Just know that it's not the case there. But you would click that and just go through this process, okay?
Is it a question?
Yes.
Is this something that has to be on a spreadsheet only?
Excel or CSV file.
That's the only way it'll go over?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep, and if you want a template, I have every field column split up to what you can actually import into OneSuite. So if you email myself or Tim, I'll make that available to you guys too. And actually, I'll just send it to you guys. You can post in there. Everybody can have it. But I matched up every column exactly how it should be imported into OneSuite. Okay, so it's clean. So that's how you import export. You can always click add to just add a contact. You know, maybe you're sitting at an open house or wherever you're at, and you're just gonna quickly add them in there.
Can we real quick, everybody add themselves?
Please.
Because what I would like to do is at least walk us through how to do a drip campaign, and we need at least one person in there, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
so if everybody could just quickly add yourselves.
So you're gonna. So we're in the main dashboard. You're in the main dashboard,
Contacts.
and I'm gonna scroll down just to the shortcut tile, and I'm gonna click contacts and leads. That first box. Can you scroll down? I'll just pause for a second to make sure everyone is in there. Yours may be blank.
Yeah.
Yeah, you may not have anyone in there. As a plus, perfect. Yep, so you're gonna click that new plus.
New.
You're gonna click new plus. And a box is gonna pop up. And now this is the contact profile. I'm just scrolling down. essentially nothing is required in here. Obviously, a name would be a good start. But just know that, you know, not all fields are required. As much information as you have, okay? And just a quick tip, like having a great database in CRM, having as much data and information in there that's clean and up to date is critical, right? Don't do that, just set it and forget it and you're never coming back in here, right? We gotta work our database.
You start to think about grouping your data as well.
Yes.
Like
I have a,
open house.
I have a
Prospect.
question about import, export. When I'm in that sub-menu, the choice is to import Outlook export file, Gmail, or CSV. It doesn't say Excel.
CSV.
Excel, CSV is a file type within Excel.
So it's okay.
CSV.
So CSV would be the answer to.
It would accept Excel, but CSV is gonna be the best format. Don't do Gmail or Outlook.
No,
I don't
no,
recommend
yeah,
it.
okay, good.
Yeah, CSV is gonna be the best.
So how do you get it to show, like, I have two people in there, so how do you get them to show which one of the little icons?
Are we talking this screen?
Yeah, but mine doesn't, it's giving me details on one of them.
Oh,
How
did
do
you
go
click
to-
on one of the names and you have this?
Sorta, looks sorta like that.
Sort of like that?
How did you get to where it shows both of them?
So I'm gonna click that X in the upper right corner,
Yeah,
and then it should take you back to this main screen.
no, it's not.
No? Tim, do you wanna take a look at that and see? Are we all here though, those that are following along? We're good? Okay, did we add ourselves? We went, okay, you guys are so awesome.
It's just for the private, right, use
Just for
myself,
practice and practice, yeah, yeah.
And, yeah, no one can share, seeing your
No other
contact.
agent, not even, like, I can't see who contact, like, nobody can, yeah, no. I'm sure corporate can, but they're not doing anything with that.
Hi, if I'm doing an open house with someone and we agreed to share leads,
Yes.
do you think it's best to do a group just for that agent and myself? Is that the best way to keep track of it, or?
I would almost keep it clean, yeah. So groups are kind of like, so we call them groups in here, it's kind of like tags. We've all, like MailChimp and stuff, so that might be good, like your both last names together, or something like yours and sharing leads, and it's
And then we
group.
could just pull it up that way.
You just pull it up and know, oh, we got 5, 10, 15, 20, well, how many ever in there? Okay, so you can kind of group those together and just focus on those. Grouping is super important because it will help you target market. Like if we're creating a newsletter about home values and you should check it today, that's really not gonna go to buyers, right? That's gonna go to home sellers. So past clients, sphere of influence, open house leads, buyer leads, seller leads, shared team leads, something like that, you can group them together, okay?
Justin, how do I get to that screen?
So from the main OneSuite dashboard, you can either click contacts and leads and then choose the first drop down, contacts and leads. Or if you scroll down, you can click the first shortcut tile, contacts and leads.
Okay, I've already input my contact information, I just don't know how to get to that right there.
Yeah, that's kinda where I'm at. I can't find it.
Not in there. Let me see what you guys are seeing.
It's not showing what's on your screen.
Yours is.
Cancel that.
Where's the cancel?
And there we are. Yeah. Tim, I'll come take a look at this.
Save and close? Yep.
All right. Everyone else is here? We're good?
No.
It has
I never put my home address, I just put limited information just to make sure I can do it.
Look at you.
So how do we get rid of this? I think it's making the screen.
Mail.
No, we gotta get rid of this.
So I don't know which one.
See if that gave enough. So in this screen, okay, I guess let me go a little bit back. Chrome 1 is going to be the best browser to use this platform. Okay, it was built using Chrome, but that's okay if you're using something else. The other thing is you need to make sure your window's completely open so it doesn't squish information and it turns it into like a tablet view on there. Okay? All right, we're back in business. Okay, so everyone's added their contact in there for themselves. We're getting there, right? Remember, you're going to click New, and then you're going to fill this out as much as you can. For today's example, do your first and last name, email, and phone number. And address if you wanted to, but at least email and phone number in there, okay? and we guys are doing that, I'm just gonna do a little overview of this CRM portion. Okay, so this is a CRM, this is your database within OneSuite. Obviously, as you guys start leveraging this and importing your contacts, you're gonna have a lot more in here. Over on the left side, you can select by just clicking the checkbox, okay? Either one or more, and that, bless you. And that allows you to do some of the automation to create things on here as well, okay? Just know that's how you select. The little pencil, the square icon, that's to edit the information. So if I needed an update, let's say like this one doesn't have a phone number and I got it, I'm gonna click that, and I can just go into that contact profile and update anything I needed to, okay? And just for today, I'm gonna go in and add in my mobile, because we're gonna do that in the drip campaign. Once you type something in, you can either hit save. Know that when you hit save, it's not gonna close this box out, it just says record saved. To close the box out, you hit save and close, you hit OK, and it takes you back to the previous screen. Cool? Lead and hot, right? These were entered in manually, not generated from Google pay-per-click or any other type of lead source, so it's not gonna show anything there. Hot will display a red dot for the first 30 days, I believe it is. Okay? So when a lead comes in, it's gonna show the red dot for the first 30 days.
So whether it's a hot lead or not, it just means it's the
Brand
most
new.
recent.
Yes, exactly. And specifically though, if they registered on the site.
On the website.
So the contact form, schedule a showing form, lead gen forms, anything like that, that they themselves entered in, it will show a red dot there under hot. If you import your contacts, you're good. It's not gonna show that there, okay?
And same thing, how does the lead, like what shows up in that column?
For lead, it's gonna say where it
Where
came
it
from,
came from.
what type of form, that could, I'm sorry, no, that's under lead source. Lead is gonna show, buyer seller. What type?
And are we setting that, or is that based off of? what
That's
the
only
interactive
based
website?
off of them filling out a form on the site.
Great.
Yes.
I got a question. If you have like 20 pages of data in here, and all of a
I love
sudden
it.
somebody comes in, is that gonna scoot them up to the top, or are they gonna be on page 18 and I ain't ever gonna see the damn thing?
Good question. So up here, you have filters. Up here you have filters. See those little arrows next to the name? So you can set it to when it was created. So if I click created once and now the arrow's pointing down, it's gonna be the most recent and then go down from there, chronological order.
Will it stay with that setting, or will it reset every time you log in?
It stays that setting, I believe,
Okay.
from what I've seen. Yeah, yeah.
One quick favor.
Yeah.
I'm just doing the same thing.
Is that a tablet? It's probably gonna be tough on there.
It's harder to do it on tablet, like to
It
get
is.
back to the save button.
Yeah, you have to have a certain amount of screen space to, yeah,
That's
sorry.
what I was wondering, like, why it was so difficult.
Yeah, there is a mobile app for this CRM portion though too, and I can show you guys that after we do some stuff, which is, it's kinda nice. So yeah, you can filter through these up here, based on what you wanna, do there. Next is first name, it looks hyperlinked, that's because if you click it, you can just get a quick view of that profile, maybe you're quickly looking at some notes that you left in there, okay, there's a notes box. But after you add a new contact in and then you look at the profile, it's gonna look something like this. Okay? And we'll go more in detail once we start talking more about that. Last name's not hyperlinked. Email address is hyperlinked because you can click the email and send them an email directly through the platform. That box pops up. You can send to them if you need to add anybody on the email, you certainly can. You can add attachments, images, really anything like a normal email that you want to add in there for that. Again, you can click send or save and draft and close, or I'm just going to hit cancel. Next one's phone number. If you have a headset and a dialer at home, like on your computer system, you can set it up that way to call it directly through the computer if you have the headset being set up. Lead source is typically going to say other if you imported it yourself or manually added it, but if a lead registers on your site, it will go into more detail. Was it the schedule a showing? Was it a contact form? Was it a property form? Whatever it may be. How did you get that lead and what form did they come in at? Request type, same thing. It's going to be vice versa. Those fields are kind of the same. It'll give you a date and timestamp of when that lead came in or was created. in there. So whether you imported them, it'll obviously put that timestamp on it and date, or if they registered on your site, it'll show that. Active marketing is going to give you some icons on any active marketing that you have on there, any automation. You can do listing alerts, which is one of my favorite tools in this platform. What a listing alert is you can set up a search in this platform based on your client's requirements, 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,400 square feet to 1,700, right? All that stuff that we do in the MLS. And you set it up one time, it'll send them an initial report, and then as soon as a property or properties go on the market that fit that criteria, as soon as they go active and it syndicates, it's gonna pull those and send them to your client automatically. And you can choose the frequency. Maybe it's immediately, maybe it's once a day, every 3 days, 7 days. It'll just compile that list and send. Listing alerts are not just great for buyers, but homeowners, amazing. Because you can do a polygon tool. So what's great, a great way to do automation for homeowners is circle around where they live, that subdivision, whatever it is, and then maybe twice a month or monthly or whatever frequency you send that at. Probably gonna be a little bit longer than a buyer, right? We're not gonna send it to them every single day, but maybe twice or once a month, and then the system will automatically email them, hey, this is the activity that's happening around your home, right? Because that's, what's that gonna do? Affect their home value, okay?
It's not like through LVR.
They do have, the MLS that's displayed, the IDX, is through LVR for you guys, yes. Yeah, so meaning, and I don't mean to jump here, but you guys stay on your screen, If I scroll down and I look at the website portion, the front facing, of course mine shows Arizona, but this is what the IDX and everything will look like on your site. So yours will have, obviously, your one suite's connected to LVR, so it'll show the current listings and your solds on your website. So when they start looking at properties and clicking around, this is what it looks like. It's always on your website, always branded to you. Right? They see all those awesome details. Notice, okay, even if it says listing courtesy of ABC Brokerage, right? It'll always be branded to you as the agent, presented by you. Anytime they fill out a request info or schedule showing, that immediately you get a text and email that goes to you and automatically goes into your CRM, what were you just at. Okay, it's always branded to you as the agent. Always, always. Calls never go to Realty One Group. Emails never go to Realty One Group. It's up to you.
On that, could you scroll back up just this and down just a little bit so I can see your homes? So right there, for example, that one's provided by ABC Company, not Realty One Group.
Correct.
Can you just, and you also have the share button somewhere.
Yep.
You're allowed to just share that particular thing on your social media or whatever?
Absolutely.
Or no? Or yes?
Absolutely. Like, let's look here. That's Realty One Group too. But absolutely. As long as it discloses who the brokerage is, right? Just like Zillow.com discloses who the brokerage is. Okay.
Well, I'm presuming it's on there, and all I gotta do is hit that little share button on the side, and I shouldn't have to do a damn thing, should I?
No, you can just share it.
Yeah.
Just share it to social media.
But you just said assuming they have the, what if they don't, and I didn't know that, and I share it, and I'm
If
like,
they
oh my
don't
God. Well, if they're in my website, can I presume they got everything they need, and I could just share any damn one of them?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I needed.
Yeah, it will always display the correct brokerage of who it's listed by. It will never, like, this is legitimately listed by Realty One Group. If it was Remax or anybody else, it would show Remax.
Okay.
I think what the confusion is we always tell everybody, call the agent first, get verification that you're able to market their property. And I think with this, it's already there, and so they can just hit share, and they don't have to call the agent.
It's already disclosed. Yeah.
That's right.
It's already
Because
disclosed.
I've been doing that, but I didn't know if it was right, wrong, or different.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go a step further within that caption, if you guys are going to write a little caption or something, at the very bottom, you can always put, like, the source. Just like if you're going to post an article from another platform or website, we should disclose the source. The same thing there. But it will automatically display it. For sure. Good question. All right. We're good? I'm going back into contacts and leads real quick. Where'd we end? Okay, active marketing. So we talked about listing alerts. There's drip campaigns that we're going to talk about today. There's in 12 minutes. How is it already 12 minutes? There's no way. There's other type of market reports that you can send as well. Real quickly, these last two. Rating your clients. Okay. Oh boy. It's not what you think it's for. But you can leverage it in a way, just first of all, your clients will never see that. That's never public facing. Okay? We'd have a lot of 1 stars? No, kidding. How I coach on this is you use it as like the ABC, right? Is it an A buyer or seller, B buyer, seller, C client, right? So A would be 5, B, C, if you wanted to use it. But just know your clients don't see it, agents, you don't need to use it. It's up to you. And lead status is going to be more for team sites who are actually generating leads and dispersing them out to their team members. Okay, so we're not going to go in depth.
I would imagine that you can sort by those.
You can sort by those stars too. Yeah,
Get all
everything
your
up here.
A's.
Everything up here, right? Or if you click the find button, whoops, you can go through and sort and filter based on all of this. Maybe you got a new listing and it's in a certain zip code or city, and now you're going to target everyone that lives in that zip code or city, and you're going to send it to them. That's why data is so important. Clean, accurate data, because look how powerful that can be, right? Certain campaign tags, all that. Ratings, there you go. Rating down there. All right, so 5-star, all those A clients, whatever it is. Okay? All right. Just so you know, this tab over here, this is fairly new, the home value leads. This is where you can, on your site, if I pull it back up, you have a, let me see if this is that one or HomeBot. Perfect. So now all of our sites have already been loaded to get an instant property valuation. They just enter in their property address, and then it's going to give them some info. Now the one thing with this, just use my childhood home, it's all good. Get estimate. Okay, now I got all this information, right? They didn't have to give me any information. So that's been my biggest feedback to them, is that we need to enhance that part of it, right? Because now you're going to get an email notification that somebody registered, and you're going to go to the tax records and just kind of verify that way, but anybody could put anything in. So that's been my push for them, is like any other property valuation, make a box pop up where they have to fill out to actually get that.
Thank you for answering that, because I was testing it and I'm like, okay, great, I
What
have
is-
this, but now
Yeah.
what? So.
As soon as it came through, I was like, oh, I gotta try this, is amazing. And I was like, oh, okay. But it's on their list of enhancements. Trust me, they're probably sick of hearing from me. But it'll give them several different valuations. Okay? So again, this could be great for video CMA or something, or even for you just talking about it or printing it or whatever it may be. You can get it there.
How did you get there again, real quick?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So on the front end, okay, stay with me, your website, okay, if you scroll down, usually at the top, yours is going to say what's my home worth, and it's going to take you there, okay? Now you can copy this link, okay, yours may look a little bit different if you have a custom domain, but you can copy that link, go and create a QR code, and now you're using that on your flyers, postcards, anything like that, right? So strong call to action. See what your property's worth. Scan the QR code, takes them here, they fill it out, and then you get that lead. Cool? And then on the back end, to see who's filling that out, you will get notified, but if you want to go and see that in the database, they separate them. Okay? So home value leads will show up here.
Okay.
That makes sense? So we were just here, and then I click this, and that's all my leads for home values. Cool?
A little slower, how do you make that QR code again?
So you can go to like QR Code Monkey. So let's see, I think it's
Canva
QR
can do it, 'cause I know
Canva
you-
too.
or
You did
Canva.
that for a flyer for us
Yeah.
and it went here, it was great.
Yeah, yeah. I love QR Code Monkey. It's free, but you get any
And
QR
then you
code.
just put in your website and it'll
Yep.
link it.
So like if I go just real quick, because I know we have 2 minutes.
You can do a lot in 2
You
minutes.
can do a lot in 2 minutes. So if I come over here, right, and I copy that URL, and then I go to any type of QR code generator, but we'll use this for example, I paste that in. There's some customizations and colors you can always do, but I'm going to click Create QR Code. Now if you scan that, it's going to take you to my site. I'm going to download that.
Sweet.
Typically I'd go all the way over if you're going to use this platform for the highest quality, and then download PNG. Okay, download PMP.
Okay, so on my website, I have 2 options, get an instant home value.
Uh-huh.
And it also says sign up for free monthly reports.
Yes.
Will they both go into the same, if they only fill out one of those, will they both go into
Correct.
that same home value?
No, they
Okay.
actually won't. So she asked if they fill out this home value estimate, or if they fill out this. If they fill out any other form other than the home value estimate, it's gonna go into that normal pile of your CRM, contacts and leads. Only the home valuation one will land here.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Good info, that's.
And it does alert you, it's really cool.
It does. Yep. Yeah. You should get a text too, but for sure an email.
So this is a little off kilter, but if you've got a bunch of thank you ROC titles, given me my farm with a bunch of people, so I got something in my database.
Yep.
But there's a lot of information that's not there, like emails or phone numbers on a lot of people. Would your recommendation be go through and dump those people, or how would you gather that information so they could be a good part of your database?
We have a third-party company that we can send over to you, in addition to Title Pro. Title Pro comes back with very little phone number and emails because they're all scrubbed, which is a good thing. But we do have a third-party company. I'm trying to think of the name.
Data solutions.
There
Data
are ways to
Solutions.
get that
Yeah, so
somehow.
we can
Okay.
connect you with them, and they
Fair
all
enough.
we do is share that farm list with them. They
Right.
go through and they create 2 columns, email and phone number, and give you what they have.
Or just
Give you what
reach out to your friendly rep, whoever that may be. We can help.
Which is
Tim Sams, yeah, or Anthony's back.
Or Anthony,
I saw
yes.
him running
Anthony's
around.
back.
He's supposed to be
yes. Okay.
No worries.
30 seconds. This is how you do a drip campaign. No. All right. So in one of the packets that you may or may not have at this point is going to say how to create a newsletter and email in bulk. Okay. I know how these trainings go, so I was like, I'll give you something physical to take away that you can step through. But we're going to start by clicking marketing up here at the top.
Can I ask a question?
Of course.
Where's marketing? Oh, there it is.
So in your experience, is it best for the data before they bring it into the CRM to have it categorized? Or is it best to just bring it in and then categorize it once you're within the CRM? Which you
I would
prefer?
already have them grouped together, like buyer leads, seller leads, past clients. And the template that I have at the bottom, there's tabs that say that. And then the heading, the columns are all the same on each, but then that way you can group them in. But I do recommend getting those grouped before and inputting them separately so it's cleaner. And again, it's important to group those or tag them together because you're going to be able to target market better. Your messaging to buyers, we got to be more strategic. We can't just do a blanket catch-all.
This should be a 5-hour class.
I know. I know.
Seriously.
I know. Maybe go 2 hours going forward.
I mean, we can go as long as you want, we got nothing planned, but.
I have a
Why don't we
I have a
talk
1 o'clock
of the
meeting,
tips
so
of buying
Okay.
pizza?
how far is Green Valley? 20 minutes?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so if I leave by 12:40, we're good. Then we're good.
Okay.
Okay, so marketing. We're there.
Yeah, yes.
We're there.
We're there.
All right, and then from there, you're gonna go down,
Marketing, going down.
and we're going to click drip campaign letters. Drip campaign letters. And before I click mine, I just want you guys to know when we actually. So first, we're gonna just create a newsletter, and I'm gonna show you how you can send that out. Okay, just as like a monthly newsletter, not necessarily a drip campaign. So a newsletter is like a 1 series email, right? It's going out one time. Drip campaign is several going out, right? Maybe it's 12, maybe it's 1 a month for the holidays or something like that, okay? So when we're looking at single emails to go out bulk, you need to do drip campaign letters. That's step 1. Now when we talk about drip campaigns, series, drip campaign letters, that's going to allow you to create those emails. So let's say we're going to do a drip campaign of 6 emails, a chain of 6 emails going out at different times. Okay? Well, we got to create 6 letters then. After we create 6 letters, then we go into drip campaigns and we tie those all together, those individual emails together. We tie them together on a timeline on the first one's going out day 1, 3 days later, another one goes out, 7 days later, another one goes out. Does that make sense? Okay, so we're gonna walk through an individual one, but know when you go in to create multiple for that drip campaign, you're gonna be dealing with these 3 tabs.
Do you know if they block you or unsubscribe? Is there a way you can see that if your client
Yep.
is okay?
Yeah, you can see if they
Okay.
unsubscribe from there. Everything that's sent out in this platform will always have that legal compliance unsubscribe at the bottom. Whether it's a text message or email, you will always be compliant with that.
Great.
Okay? All right, so we're gonna click on drip campaign letters. Okay? And then we're gonna see, again, yours may look slightly different, but it's gonna be pretty much the same. Company letters defaults, does everybody see company letters on theirs? Okay, so those are ones that Realty One Group has already created for us. So we can just plug and play. They created holiday ones, that's the easiest one to go ahead and get them started. Again, just something to stay in front of them. I want you guys to be intentional this year in communicating to your people. Out-communicate the competition, okay, with good, valuable information. Leverage your CRM. So you can go through here, you can see there's 7 pages. AVM just means that property valuation. So if you get somebody that comes in from that property valuation, this might be a great thing to just stick them on, right? Get ahead of the game, bring experts to sell your home, getting ready to sell, blah, 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 all that good stuff.
I have a question, so like if I have a past clients tab, can I just send them that AVM one and it just automatically once?
All of them.
Once a month or whatever,
Yes.
just sends them?
And I'll show you guys how to do that. Yeah. Okay? But if you want to create your own, so again, if I scroll down, there's listing plans, there's holidays, all that stuff in there. But if you want to create your own, you're going to choose agent letters. Agent letters. And this is where you can create your own custom ones. Agent letters.
So what's the norm, or is it all different? Like, do you have one that you, like back when you did normal realtor stuff?
I created my own, so
You
I
created-
wanted it to be
Okay.
custom. But if I were to do it today, I'm pulling up ChatGPT.
Yes.
And I'm telling it to write me a 12-month drip campaign for home sellers or home buyers in Phoenix, Arizona, or Las Vegas, or Sutherland, blah, 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 and let it do the bulk of the work for me, and then I just go in and copy and paste and tweak what I need to tweak. It's beautiful.
I also found out that if you find a company letter that you like, but you want to tweak it without recreating the wheel, just copy it.
Yes.
Select it and copy, and then it will move over to agent letters, and then you can edit it.
Correct. So if I go back to company letters, right, over here, and I click like this one, I can just click copy. I can edit anything I want to, and now it's going to be in my bucket, right? It'll be in the agent one. We'll call it. Absolutely.
Is it chat GBT?
No,
Chat.
GPT.
G. P as in Peter, T as in Tom.
So what is AVM?
That's basically, it's the valuation tool.
Automatic.
The home valuation tool.
Or you can tell I'm from there.
We're still good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let me cancel that. All right, so we're under agent letters. Okay, you can see this is the one I created before in the training. Ooh, fancy. All right.
Do you have any links in there? Can you put hyperlinks and stuff like that and all that? Okay,
You
good.
can put active properties. You can put sold properties. It's pretty cool.
Sorry, I spent a lot of time on this this week. So when you go into the edit, I saw earlier that there was a video on using the modern editor, but I don't see it when you just went in. I did see you had a modern editor button, so it's just a classic. Oh, see, I don't have that on mine.
Classic or modern?
All I have is classic editor or a big box.
Really? Right now? That's what it shows?
I did a minute ago.
Because that's a problem. We gotta get you updated.
Classic and modern, I got both.
Yeah.
I have it.
So classic
I just have
is.
classic.
Do you just have classic? Okay, so let's.
Where are we looking
we
for
need to get
that,
that.
so I can see what I have?
New letter.
What is it?
And you're under agent letters?
Agent
Yeah.
Clicked new.
Yeah.
And then click new?
And then click new.
I got classic and
Yeah, if
modern.
I click new, I have modern editor. So maybe it has to be built from scratch for modern editor?
Most likely.
Okay.
Yeah. Does everybody see the 2 options?
Yes.
Modern? Modern is what we're gonna want. You can do classic, but look, when I click classic, it's a standard email. Like, hey, good luck. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. So if I click modern editor, it's gonna pop open what will be similar to like a MailChimp constant contact type of drag and drop thing, okay? We're good stuff?
Question. So like if we don't wanna use like this specific template, can we import something like from Canva and it automatically go in there too?
You can add images, you can update anything, yeah.
Okay.
So if you're gonna use like the ROC University letter, this is not the route that you're gonna wanna do it, because it's so large. We do it the classic way, and let me go back just to show you guys. So if you want to insert an image, and it's just so big that it's just not gonna work into the modern editor, click classic editor, and you could insert image up here at the top. And I'm going to go to, where's upload? Am I missing the upload button?
Is that the problem?
I don't see it there, it says okay, and on there. They may have removed it from this part, but we can in the very front of it, if we go back. I'll show you at the end,
Okay.
for sure there. But you can insert the image
Oh,
there.
it's down at the bottom right button.
Beautiful, thank you, they moved it.
Insert it.
Okay, I'm gonna click browse. I just did this for an agent. And let's say I'm gonna do page 1, which I think is this one. It's gonna upload once it does this. See how large it is? So I'm gonna click that, double click, and I'm gonna change the width. I found that 600 is good. So I'm just gonna change the width. And then now the first page of that newsletter is in there. See how this is an image, it's one block, it's not like separate or anything. So you can absolutely do that, and then see the cursor down here? I'm gonna hit enter, and I'm gonna do the same thing for page 2. Whoops. Page 2, which is now somewhere down here. It's gonna do the same thing. It's gonna be massive. Anything you send out of here via email, I'm gonna double click, will be mobile optimized. So if they read it, you get the email and they read it on the, it will all be mobile optimized for that. And then I can go to width again, 600, it seems to be the sweet spot. And you see how they match up, okay? And then from there, if you wanted to add anything else, you can. All your information is already on it. And then you can click OK.
Are
And
there
then now,
links built into those images? Okay, so it's just a static image.
just a static image, yeah.
So
just a
all your
static
edits
image.
have to take place in Canva
Yeah.
before you bring it in.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So pretty much you click on the outside, you open the letter, or you hit copy, you click on it, hit copy, open the letter, do your thing, and then it automatically saves in your letter.
They will automatically be saved in your agent letters after you hit save and close.
Got it.
Save and close at the
And
top.
then save, and then that's where I'll find the modern or the.
Right here, yeah, so if we go, okay, I'll go back a little bit. So marketing, drip campaign letters, we get to this screen, it'll default on company letters. You're gonna click agent letters, and then new, and that's where we start building.
Right, but I was doing it from copy.
Oh, from the copy one. Then yeah, then once you hit save, then it'll push it into your agent.
Right, and then from here you can do modern, and that'll put it in the size for people to.
Modern, it will just be a better experience for you. There's a lot better options for customizations.
Got it.
Yeah. The classic editor is just good for that one example I just showed you guys.
Excuse me, where
Okay.
did you do browse? Where is the browse thing?
For classic,
I don't know, not for the modern one. When you when
for
you-
classic editor, I did insert image down here.
No, for the modern one.
To browse for
You were showing how browsing some, what
the company ones.
Yes, what you did.
So over here, if I click cancel, and remember, when you come into here, it defaults to company letters. This is where you can see browse all of those company letters. If you wanted to leverage one of those that's already created for you. Otherwise, if you want a custom one, you're gonna do agent letters, and then we're gonna click new. And then once you save these, they're gonna be linked here. Okay, so you can see all your history on there. So I'm gonna click new. You could of course name it, so let's just do February newsletter. Something like that. If you want a description, you can, you don't need to, it's up to you. What is that subject line gonna look like? Be creative, it could be whatever you want in there, it's up to you. If you wanted to add the recipient's name in the actual subject line, you can certainly do that there. So it's like, Justin, here's February's market update. It's a little bit more personal, right? So it'll automatically add their info in there. subject line, I'm just gonna say, general. I mean, but you guys can be creative with what you wanna do. I'm just, already over time. Don't wanna keep you guys all day.
We don't mind.
And then from there, you're gonna click Modern Editor. Perhaps. Okay, and then here we are. We're now in the editor. We have arrived. Alright, on the left-hand side, we have 3 options. We have our blocks, which is what we can build our newsletter or template with. Okay, so if I scroll down, I have several options. I have a title, a divider, a little paragraph, a single image in the middle, a little bit bigger, block heading with text and a button, right? A little bit different. You can go through and see all your different options. Okay, we can add listings in here and it would pull from your website, which is super cool. We'll show you that. Some other listings they now added to where you can have 2 or 3, which is super cool. And then some other details down here, including adding your email signature, which is why it's important that you guys go into that profile and make sure your email signature is updated. And then you have 3 options for including your social media links. Okay, the normal color versions, dark gray, light gray. Okay, so whatever you guys choose if you want to include those in there. If you don't have any social media links within your zone profile, nothing will populate. Okay, so you just got to make sure that something's in there. Okay, and then up here is style. So these are blocks. And then style is going to be more, once you start adding blocks, then you can customize certain things in there. Hide certain things, change colors, all that good stuff. And then global just means that you can change the main background color of the letter if you wanted to. So you're just going to click into here and you can go through. Obviously, I've done this before, so you can, once you have your gold in there or any of your branding colors, all that stuff, will start to save in there. Okay? And if I clicked OK, you see how it changed the background? Okay. All right, I'm going to go back to blocks. And now we're just going to start adding stuff. So certain things in a newsletter that I like to include is like not just real estate, right? It's that 80-20 rule. Lots of things like hiking, restaurants, things to do, new businesses moving here, articles about property valuations, right? You can add a bunch of little stuff in here. So what I suggest is when you leave here with the migraine today, add it to your calendar to go back into this and build out a template. And that is your different sections you want in there. Your market update, things to do, listings, maybe the Altos report in there. And then every month all you have to do is copy it, and then you're going in and updating the info. Okay, so it's a little bit different, but you have your main template down. So I'm going to click this one. You can either click add, or you can click and drag. Okay? So it's a
Drag it through the mud, huh?
Drag it through there. If you accidentally, like say you want this one on top, okay? You have these arrows that appear. You're just going to click that and it moves it to the top. Or you can click the arrows here, and that just means that you can move it yourself wherever you want. If you wanted to copy this one, you can just click copy, and it will duplicate it below. Or if you needed to delete that block, you just click the delete button. Okay? So again, you can either just click add and it's going to add it to the next spot below, or you can drag and drop. And then within this portion here, you can click each of these text boxes to update the text. So for instance, if I did golfing in, I don't know, February or something, right? And this other one is best restaurants for Valentine's Day, something like that. Now, I am very particular on branding, so my heading, if one's going to be 2 lines, I'm going to need it to be the other one to be on 2 lines, but that's just me being neurotic. Okay, so February in summer. Okay, start and then below that, you can click the images and add images. So for instance, if I click one, on the left-hand side, now we have our style options that appear. I can browse for an image, and I can also make that image clickable and be a link if I wanted to, okay? So let me browse.
while you're browsing, just to be clear, this is if you wanted to build your newsletter from complete scratch. There's always the newsletter option within OneRockstars.com, Rock University.
Mm-hmm.
And there's always options within the company letters, yes or no?
For
A newsletter template.
they do have some options in there. It's not. There's some options.
So if you want it pre-built, there's an option there, OneRockstars.com, Rock University.
Yep.
Or make it your own, put your own spin on it. This is a process.
So the one from Rock University, you said we would not bring it into here?
You would do it the first way that I did it.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I was showing you guys.
This is if you're gonna build it from scratch.
No links, right?
No links. However, you can.
Can you draw links after you pasted it in there, like through the classic editor?
You can't draw links, but each of those images can link to something. So if you have something in the first page part of it that says click here, you can hyperlink that entire top image, and when they click that, it'll take them there.
Got it.
But if you have multiple, it's like an email signature, right? We all have an image, a lot of us have an image as email signature. You don't have one link in it, right? Hyperlink it as opposed to an HTML one. So if you have one, then yeah, you can certainly hyperlink it into it. I have one of these saved. Training. All right, we're going to use our imagination. Actually, do I have it here? Okay, perfect, golfing. All right, so I'm going to upload an image. Okay, ooh. We're getting fancy now, getting fancy. All right, and then best restaurants, Valentine's Day, we're going to just pretend, right? I click the image, and then I go to the left, I click image browser, upload image.
Wiener schnitzel.
And I'm just going to choose a cookie. All right, and then it's uploaded. Right, so our newsletter is starting to come alive. A little bit there. Now I'm going to go back to blocks though real quick because I need a title, right? I need a setting. So I'm just going to click and drag over. I want this to be at the top. And it's still not going to go there, but that's okay.
Well, I wish I were an Oscar Mayer wiener.
Okay, section title. I put it at the bottom, but that's all right. We can move it up. And now I can say February. This is what I always name mine. So I'm just going with that, right? The Taylor Report, February 2024. Okay? And then maybe I go back to blocks, and now I want the section divider, and I'm going to plop that in between, right? You're just kind of building out your template, your newsletter. If I do click into the text here, know that you can change a lot of things. Bold it, change color, all that good stuff. Size, you can make it bigger if you wanted to, smaller, just depends. So we have our title, we have a little divider, we have our two blocks here, golfing in February, right, and then restaurants for Valentine's Day. You added the images. Now if I click into here, I can update the text if I wanted to, or we can just hide that box, which I'm going to do, because I just want the button there so they can click to go see the golf courses and all that stuff. So in order to hide this section, with it selected on the left-hand side, if you scroll down, you're going to see a Show Hide Components. And you can toggle off certain things, like even if I wanted to not display an image, right? And then I can just have that there. So if there's certain things you didn't want to show in some of these blocks, you can hide each piece of the element if you wanted to. So for instance, text visibility, I'm going to hide. I want to keep the heading, but now the text is gone. Cool? And then button, same thing. If you didn't want a button there for any reason, button's gone. But I want the button. If I click into the button, I can say browse or view golf courses, find, whoops, double click in, find your Valentine's Day spot. Something like that, okay? Now you're thinking, well, what are we going to link these to? Well, from here, I'm just going to Google golf courses in Summerlin. I use a lot of like tour sites for golf, hiking, different things. It's great resources. So you can always link out. So just for timing purposes, I'm going to go with this one. Wherever you want to take it from, I'm going to copy that link. We're going to find where we were. There we are. Okay, with the button selected,
So
Notice here
you're
it says-
pushing your buttons.
Pushing the buttons.
Alright.
Okay, we're gonna enter the URL, pasting. I'm gonna click OK. Gonna get a green URL updated, and now that's been hyperlinked.
It's live, it's
It's
good.
live. When they
Nice.
click it, it's gonna go. Same for Valentine's Day. So, Valentine's Day 2024 Vegas. And I'm just choosing this. Copy. And we're gonna go in here, click the link. Whoops. Okay, the blue box is around it. Now I can come over here to the left and paste in that URL. Click OK, green URL updated, up here at the top, and now it's live. Okay? And now we're good to move on to our next section. Say you wanted to add another one. You already have this layout done, so I'm just gonna click copy, and then maybe here I'm gonna put in some other stuff. Events, or whatever you want to put in there, right? You can have a couple in there if you wanted to. I'm gonna delete that.
You're putting a lot of work into this one letter, I mean, again, and it's gonna be used just like once, and.
It's a template.
It's a template, so we're building, so each month now it's gonna be a lot easier, because now I'm just gonna go in and just,
Change
the
some-
layout's
okay,
done, I'm just gonna like,
alright.
instead of golfing, now we're gonna talk about something else.
Fair enough.
Something like that, yeah, for sure. No one said real estate's easy, right? Especially marketing and branding.
Justin, I appreciate your time, sir.
Thank you.
And you have stayed extra, and unfortunately, I didn't prepare for that. So it's been a pleasure. You guys enjoy yourselves. And on that note.
You'll be missed.
Okay.
So,
I love it.
I'm gonna duplicate this, okay, because now I'm gonna add maybe another section, and I can go down, just moving it down, okay? And now I'm gonna talk about market update February. Something like that, okay? And then I'm gonna add in a block. We'll go with this one. If I click it, it's gonna add it to the next below. Now, in this one, I'm gonna maybe add in a screenshot from Altos, just for a quick market update. Or maybe it's the Realty One Group market update graphic, or something that you're gonna actually insert to it. But we need to hide some stuff in here, right? Because we already have our header. I don't need the block heading, so I'm gonna scroll down to the left, hide the heading, and actually I'm gonna hide everything but the image block, okay? And then I'm gonna go to Altos really quick. And again, for timing, I'm just gonna use, well, I have Clark, let's do Clark.
Send me a text if you are not signed up for Altos report, and I'll get you signed up.
Now, I'm doing this a little quickly because I know timing, but I'm going here and I'm gonna take a screenshot of this market update. So I'm clicking my snipping tool, and I'm just gonna do this. Boom, saving it. Desktop. I'm going back into our editor, and now I'm gonna do just like before. We uploaded the image, click the image. Over here, I'm gonna browse, upload. I think it was on my desktop. Bam, bam, bam. Add, bam. Okay? And again, just because I'm neurotic, we're copying this. I copy? I'm copying the wrong thing. Go to the top. You know what? We're just gonna do this. Move it down. Whoops. Up. Up. Why is that not coming? All right. And no. Come on.
This time.
All right, so we're not going to use that. Good Lord. Exactly. Copy, down, down. All right, there it is. Market update. We're just going with that general, okay? All right, market update. So we have a heading, another divider just to make it look pretty, right? This is easy for them to read, consume. They go down, they get a quick market snapshot. It can be Altos. Reach out to Tim if you're not getting those. We sponsor that. You go to Altos directly. It's $80 a month. Don't pay the $80. All right, and then down here, you can just continue. Is it kind of, right, building out the template? Kind of makes sense. So then maybe we want to add some listings. Maybe you have a brand new listing. and maybe that's all you're gonna blast out to them, or you wanna include it in here. So I'm gonna come back up, just for consistency, I'm gonna duplicate that, move that down, hopefully it works this time, okay? I'm just gonna do this, section title. So I scroll down. Okay. Changes, check out my newest listing, or maybe it's a sold, something like that. But if we go back to blocks on the left side, and I scroll down, I have some listing options. I have a single listing, 2, or 3. So we're gonna go single, I'm gonna click add, adds it below. You don't have to fill any of the street info out, I'm just gonna click listing. It's gonna ask me for property on the left-hand side. You wanna make sure you always change common to your MLS. Common to your MLS. I don't have LVR in here, but it would be, okay? And then I'm just gonna try to find something that makes sense. Are these 6s? No, 5s. It's probably old, but let's see. Okay, not the most beautiful listing, but that's okay. 195, what do we call that? We call that an opportunity. Investor opportunity. You know when there's one photo and it says that, you're walking into a situation. So it will automatically pull in from your MLS, okay? Notice up here, you can go through the photos and choose which one you want to be displayed. Okay, so we're just gonna stick with the front one. Maybe, something, yeah. Choose a good listing. The description will automatically be loaded in there. You don't have to have the description. If I click in here, I can change it, edit it. If it's too long, I can just take it out, whatever you want to do there. You don't have to do anything with the visit website button. It automatically has a link in there. So when they click on that, it's going to open up that listing on your OneSuite website, just like what we saw before, where it said listing courtesy of. It'll open up there, so it's always branded to you. Okay? So maybe you just have a newest listing or just sold or something. You can send that out that way as well. And remember, under blocks on the left side, you have a single property listing or you can have multiple, and essentially it goes through the same process. Click that, enter in the property MLS number or address, go to the next one, same thing. Make sense? Cool. All right. And then once you go through, again, you can go through, create all the different sections you want to create.
What's the address on that property? What's the address on that property?
This is Arizona, but it's 1722 West Desert Cove. Desert
So
Cove.
now, Justin, question, so now
Positive
say
cash
that's your whole newsletter. Where do you go from there to, like, you save it and then you just highlight the people you wanna send it to?
Yeah, so let's jump into that. Real quick, on the blocks on the left-hand side, if you scroll all the way down, you can add in your email signature, right? Know that when you do this and you preview it, even if you send it to yourself as a test or preview it, it's gonna say this. But rest assured, when you send it out, it populates that information, okay? So email signature, say you wanted, let's go with this one, right? And then now we have a social media, same thing. It's gonna look like that, but when it gets sent out, it'll just show the icons, okay? So say we're good, we want to preview, okay? We can go through and look at what that email would look like. I can type in my email address if I wanted to get a preview of that, just like what we were talking about. Otherwise, you're gonna click save. And it takes us right back here, okay? Remember, this is where we started 13 hours ago? And then if you needed to edit it, you can always go back into Modern Editor and then update anything that you needed to before sending it, okay? All right, so we're all good there. Who are you gonna send it to? Typically contact agent was put in there because there was an idea that you could have a drip campaign for yourself for new listings and stuff, like, oh, Binger's due in 5 days, or whatever, for sell sign, whatever you want to do. I think it's a little bit more complicated, but that's okay. So we're going to send a contact, and I'm going to hit save and close. And our newest letter in drip campaign, our newest letter is done. Single email, okay? So now if I was going to do a drip campaign, let's say this was email 1, then I just go back into new and create email 2. Go back into new, create email 3, right? And I would label them that way too, so you can chain them correctly, okay? But let's say we're gonna send this just as a single email. This is your monthly newsletter, you're gonna send it out. From here, you can click the email button. Who you wanna send it to, it's gonna be contacts. So you can browse certain.
Where was the email button?
It was,
Sorry.
you're good. Okay, so this little email here,
Wait, where?
little email icon.
Oh, gotcha,
Yeah,
okay.
little email icon. Now this is really gonna be for if you wanna send it like to a single contact on here. So I'm gonna show you guys how you can send it to bulk wise. But from here, you can always put in a contact. You can always put in multiple if you wanted to. See how that does? It's not efficient though if you're gonna send it to 75 people, right? But a 1 or 2 or a handful, you could do it that way. And then you're gonna click send and close. Email has been sent. And then again, if you ever need to come in here and edit it, or click this little box and say copy, and now you're starting March. Now you're starting April, right? But your template itself is done. You're just updating the information, okay? Now to send it via bulk, what I would highly recommend is going back to marketing, and we're gonna click drip campaigns, okay? And you can see that, let's see if it'll show up here. And actually, I think we have to do one more step. Let me just double check. Yeah, we do. So I'm gonna go to marketing, I'm gonna go to campaign tags. Okay, marketing and campaign tags. And then from here, I'm gonna click new. And I'm gonna say February 2024 newsletter maybe, right? Name it in there. It'll make sense why we're doing that because you have to search through all these. And I'm gonna do save and close. And then I'm gonna go back to home. And we're gonna go to our database, contacts and leads. And hopefully you're gonna have more than 2 contacts in yours. But I'm gonna select all, or I'm gonna filter by group. So let's say this is going to past clients, seller leads, whatever it may be, if you have those grouped, okay? But,
So wait, back up, you went really fast. So I name, save, and close, and then what do I do after that?
and then you're gonna go back to your contacts and leads, your
Okay,
database.
contacts, please, okay.
And I'm gonna select all the people I'm gonna send it to, or a group. And then I'm gonna say assign a campaign tag. And then this is where you have to go and try to search for them. So a lot of the ROG ones are already listed here, but any custom ones, like this one that we just made, February 2024 newsletter, I'm gonna select that. And then of course, it's hard to see down here, but I'm gonna see if it will let me.
I think it says apply, right?
Let me see if I can. Yeah, it should say apply at the bottom. Sign. See, it's very finicky on. Oh, you know what? Okay. And then I'm gonna click that campaign tag, click apply. It's gonna look like nothing happened, but we know that it's been applied because I can then click my name, or the name if you wanna go back and double check. And I can scroll down and I see the campaign tag has been applied and you're good. Okay?
And when you hit apply, it sent it?
It's good depending, oh, I'm sorry. Yes, let's go, we gotta go back to marketing and into drip campaigns. Okay? And we're on campaigns, okay. Sorry guys, yes. So marketing, drip campaigns. It's gonna take us to this main screen. We're gonna click new. Okay, and then this is the last step. So type is gonna be by schedule, date, or event. So it's gonna be a specific date. Let's say you're gonna send a Valentine's Day, so obviously the 14th. Or maybe this goes out the 1st, or whatever it may be. Or by schedule, day 1, day 3, day 7, day whatever it may be, right? So I'm gonna do by date. And I'm just gonna name it, right? It's usually redundant, but 2024 Feb newsletter. Remember that campaign tag that we created? You can always type that in here. if I can spell. And then this is where you're gonna select the single letter or multiple letters. Okay, so when I select letter, and then I'm gonna click browse. This is the latest one we created, so that'll always be displayed at the top, but this is where you can select it. You can go to find that letter. So I'm gonna select that one, click OK. And then send on date. When do you want that to be sent? So I'm just gonna go with February 1st. Okay, hit save and close. Notice there's only one. So use our imagination for a second. Let's say we went in and just created 6. Okay, so we just added 1. And then to chain them together, you're gonna select letter again, browse, and I'm just gonna choose another one, but obviously whichever one you guys make. Choose a different date. Let's go with 14th, save and close, and now we have email chain number 2. So this is how you build out the multiple drip campaign emails. Otherwise, you're just gonna have the one for your monthly newsletter. Okay? I'm gonna click save and close. And then now is where you're gonna go back into your database, and that is when you're gonna select your group or contacts, and then click assign a campaign tag. So let's pretend we didn't do that. Okay, you're gonna select the people or group, and then I'm gonna click assign to campaign tag, February 2024, apply. Looks like nothing happened, but remember we go back into the profile, we can see that that campaign tag has been added, and then now since we selected the 1st, it will go out on the 1st. Typically it's the morning time of that, around like 9 or so.
So then once it's sent, then it will show up under drip campaigns that it's been sent?
Correct, with the date and everything, and it will even